thanks very much for coming to the conference, and the presentation was really interesting. One of the things that was clearly omitted from the conversation was booking travel, booking air, car, hotel. That's something that's on the minds of a lot of companies here. You talked about very specific, kind of smaller products, if you will, cups of coffee, for example. Can you just tell us a little bit about that? What's AT&T's thinking on the big major travel product segment?
Well, we offer services that enable companies to help book travel through the network. We work with many partners in the marketplace that have that expertise, and then we integrate their services with ours to bring a total product to the marketplace. So we do work in that space. That is probably an older application, and I wanted to talk about the newer applications today.
Really?
Yeah.
But so have you seen a significant uptake? Are you working with companies? Because one of the things that we're always trying to track and having a tough time doing it is really getting a sense of what's the real opportunity for shopping and booking travel products through mobile devices.
Yeah, I think there's a good opportunity. I think one of the challenges that one faces in that space is having the confidence on that handheld device that you're going to get the most up-to-date information. And the companies we're working with, we really screen them to make sure that they have high integrity of data, they have good connections with the suppliers in the marketplace, so when we do provide that service to a customer, we feel comfortable that they're getting the best product they can.
In terms of the reservation process, for example, shopping or booking or maybe a fulfillment process, are there specific segments of that where you found that there's more opportunity for mobile than in other areas, or sort of hot spots within that kind of reservation life cycle?
Good question. Probably the most used application in that space is the flight notification.
Right, sure.
So if I have a flight booked and I get on I-285 and I get caught by traffic and I can't make it to the airport, I can let that airline know that I'm not going to be able to make that flight. They can send me information back to let me know what an alternative flight is. We see that to be the most applicable right now and the most beneficial to the customers.
Hey, one of the big topics that's been in the travel industry recently is the beginning of mobile check-in, for example, or paperless check-in. Could you tell us a little bit about what's happening there?
Yeah, it's just now starting. There's a couple of airlines out there that are testing it with just very simple point-to-point flights. It's a barcode application where the consumer can go out to that airline's website, pull down that barcode or that flight boarding pass, and then have the scanner read it at the airport. There's a lot of coordination that has to happen with TSA and the airline, and I think you're going to get to a point, I think we're going to get to a point, the traveling public, as I was talking about in the presentation, is only going to have to carry one device on their trip, and they can go from their home to the rental car parking lot or to their parking lot at the airport, through the airport, through TSA, all the way over to their hotel, check in, just with one device.
Yeah, think about that. I go to the airport and I got to bring my credit card and my SkyMiles card, and then I get to the hotel and I've got to show my reward card and my credit card again. I mean, so you're hopefully there's going to be
17 pockets everywhere.
Right.
Well, we're very big on the convergence. I think AT&T is taking a leading position with helping enterprises converge those technologies. We want to make sure that we can connect anybody anywhere and do it the best that anybody else can do.
I've got to ask you a couple of questions about the iPhone
Sure.
and the touchpad. So,
do you have one?
Well, I was going to actually ask you if...
and you can only ask me certain questions. I'm just kidding.
So, I mean, certainly it's been a media darling since its release.
And we're very happy with the success.
Yeah. I'm actually very surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
So, what becomes possible with that type of technology that was not possible before in terms of the kinds of applications that or ways in which travel companies can interact with consumers?
Well, a couple things come to mind, and I've learned this by networking with a lot of folks here at this conference, is that there are a lot of people out there that are building applications that are applied to the iPhone, so you can access them through the iPhone with the software development kit.
And that's really been opened up because of opening by Apple.
Oh yeah, which that's pretty cool. I mean, there are a lot of innovative people out there, a lot of creative people out there developing applications that, quite frankly, I'm interested in talking to them a little bit more to see how we can partner together. And I think another thing is the touch screen. With the touch screen on the iPhone, I don't know about you, but my fingers are probably larger than the normal person, and a regular keypad sometimes does not do me justice. So the touch screen really helps me. And then we just recently came out with some cool technology where you can actually go to the touch screen on an iPhone and say you're at your house or your laptop, and you can push it or swipe your finger and push that image to the other device. Wirelessly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool too. So that opens up a lot of doors for a lot of applications.
One of the things I've always found very striking about the device is the graphic, the presentation, and especially when you turn it around. So it really opens up this possibility, especially for mapping technologies and finding local services. If I want to find a pizza place or Starbucks or something like that, is that something that's certainly an explosive area of opportunity?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the GPS capabilities and the Wi-Fi capabilities, I mean, you kind of put those technologies together, and it goes back to the original point. One day you're only going to have one device to go on your business trip, and there are a lot of creative things going on out there with the GPS technologies about where to find people. One thing I heard here at the show was there's a reservation service that through an application, if you make a reservation, this company will aggregate that whole reservation. It'll pull from the airline, the car rental company, the hotel, put it in one reservation. But it will then go out and search if you have any friends in the city that you're visiting, and will bring back to see if you have an old high school buddy or a friend that's in the same city, which I thought was a very cool application.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you go on business trips and friends of yours are in the same city and you don't even know about it. So that's pretty cool.